Al-Mutaffifin, curses, woe to those who give less than what is due. الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون. Those who, when they take their rights, they take their measure from the people, they take their full right. But when they give measure to other people, they give less. And we thought that we should not understand this just for business. This applies to every aspect, every dimension of our life. Sometimes we have workers that we don't give them their full rights. Sometimes when we deal with others, we don't give them their full rights. So this applies in a broader sense. We need to understand it. This, in a layman term, is what we call double standard. Do we practice that in our life? Do we do double standard? When we deal with people, we want our rights, but when we want to give their rights, we give less. So this is Al-Mutaffifin, and in this surah, Allah rebuke, Allah gives a stern warning against anybody that engage in this sort of behavior. And the reason for this is because, as mentioned in verse number 4, the reason why people do this is because of a disease in their heart that they really don't have the certainty that they will be resurrected. أَلَا يَظُنُّ أُولَٰئِكَ أَنَّهُمْ مَبْعُوثُونَ. Don't they think that they will be resurrected? Do they think that this is it? This world is the only end that you have? You live and you die and that's it? So this is a rebuke. So at the core of the behavior of the people who cheat others is this disease of shubha, the disease of the heart, where they do not behave as if they are certain that the day of judgment is there. So if you do not have belief in the day of judgment, it makes it easy for you to cheat others, to behave in a double standard manner. Okay? So Allah rebuked these people, and those are some of the topics, some of the things that we covered in the previous session. And this has a great implication. As you know, when we talk about the revelation of the Quran, we have two phases, the Makki phase and the Madinan phase. And the phase in Makki, as I said earlier, tend to talk about the matters of belief, theology and all that. Whereas the verses that were sent down during the time in Medina tend to talk about hukum, the rulings, jurisprudence, laws, the do's and the don'ts. And this is talking about business affair. How should you conduct your business, right? So that's why, as you can see, this surah is kind of like the bridge between Makkiyah and Madinan phase. It is still talking about the concept of the day of judgment and all that, but it starts to talk about the dealing, the business dealings. So something for you to understand, something interesting regarding this. Now, also in this surah, okay, we talk about Allah gives some review, some stern warning for the deniers. وَيْلِ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Woe day on the day of judgment to those who deny. Those who deny the day of judgment, those who deny the messengers. And we talk about some of the characteristics of the people who deny the day of judgment. And in this one, Allah says, وَمَا يُكَذِّبُ بِهِ إِلَّا كُلُّ مُعْتَدٍ أَثِيمٍ. None deny it, except that they have this characteristic. Mu'tad, they go over the limit. Athim, they engage in sin, they follow their desire. And lastly, إِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِ آيَاتُنَا قَالَ أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. When the verse of the Quran, when the verse of Allah is recited to them, they say, this is just stories. This is just stories of the people of the past. So they belittle. The Quran is something that is heavy. The Quran is something that changed the world. It changed people. It changed the society. It changed the whole region of the Peninsula of Arab. It changed the world. Yet for these people, they just say, this is just story, like back time story, something that should not be paid attention for. So this is some of the things that they say. They make joke about something that is serious. Okay? And in our previous session, we talked about the outcome for these people. What is the outcome? Allah says in verse number 14 until verse number 17, كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون ثم إنهم لصالوا الجحيم ثم يقال هذا الذي كنتم به تكذبون. So Allah say no. They say that this is just stories, this is just fiction and all these things, but Allah say no, the real reason why they do this is because of the covering in their heart, because what they engage in their life. Sometimes when we engage in a lot of sin, those things become covered, that that goes into our heart, makes it harder for the lights of Iman to enter. Okay? And Allah says that on that day, on the day of judgment, they'll be partitioned, they'll be covered away from Allah. For those who believe, one of the greatest blessings is for them to be able to see Allah. But for the people who disbelieve, they'll be covered, they will not be able to see Allah. And on top of that, when it says that they will be partitioned, they'll be separated, they'll be separated from the mercy of Allah as well. And then they'll enter the hellfire. And then not just they have to face the physical torment, okay, to burn into the hellfire, they also have to face the psychological, the emotional torment when they are mocked, when the guardians are Malik, of hellfire, when all this will say to them, this is what you used to deny, is it? Is this real, this hellfire? Can you feel the heat? It's not just physical torment, it's also emotional torment. So this is something that they will face. And when we read verses of Azab in the Quran, what is our attitude? What is our attitude when we read the verses of Azab in the Quran? Should we be scared and all this? For sure. But that fear is something that drives us into action. And by Allah telling us this azab, this is also a sign of His mercy. Okay? To tell us, watch out. Yes, you have free will. Yes, you are free to choose. Do whatever that you want. But with every choice, there is consequences. So this is the consequences if you want to disbelieve. On the other hand, you have the other consequences if you choose to believe and if you choose to do good. So which one do you want to choose? At the end of the day, the message of Quran is an empowering message. It comes to tell us that you have a choice. It's up to you. So if you choose good, the outcome is good. If you choose bad, the outcome is bad. So don't read the Quran and just push it aside, brush it aside, say that it's just fiction and all these things. Take lesson. When somebody comes to you and tell you that there is a great danger, there's something terrible waiting for you, what do? You just brush it off, or you at least pay attention to it? So this is the attitude that we have to understand. When we recite the Quran, we come to the verse of Azab, it is also as a reminder for us. Okay? So that's in a quick summary what we covered in our previous session. Okay? So inshallah today we'll go into verse number 18, and today perhaps it will be more of a motivating session, because this session will be talking about the rewards that awaits the people who believe. So hopefully we become more motivated. We want to chase this reward that's waiting for us, and we become relaxed. Sometimes when we read the Quran, the Quran can be a message of hope, empowerment. Sometimes when you are in a difficult spot, you are in a difficult situation, you read the Quran and then it gives you some relief. It's okay. Whatever challenges that you face, whatever hardship that you face, inshallah, if you are patient, this is the reward that is waiting. In Malay we say bersurah-surah dahulu, bersenang-senang kemudian. So this is something that we should appreciate when the Quran comes. So this is what we call targhib wa tarhib. Okay? So Allah always tell us both sides of the equation, the punishment and the reward, the carrot and the stick. And last session we talked about the stick. This session we'll talk about the carrot. And when we want to do da'wah, when we want to teach people, we have to be aware how Allah also used this method in the Quran. Sometimes our problem is when we want to talk to people, when we want to do da'wah, when we want to teach our kids, we only focus on the punishment. If you don't do this, I'll hit you. If you don't do this, I'll take away your computer. If you don't do this, sometimes as a parent we tend to do this. But the Quran itself, Allah knows the psychology of man. So Allah tell you both the stick and the carrot. The stick, the azab, the punishment, the scary torture. All this is put in details. On the other hand, you have the rewards, the carrot, Jannah, paradise. The companions of paradise, the food, the drink. So you need to do both. You cannot just tell people one or the other. Sometimes our problem, we tend to focus too much on one side and ignore the other, or we focus too much on this side and ignore the other. If you keep on using the stick, just tell people about punishment, anger of Allah, all these things, sometimes they become disillusioned, they may lose hope. On the other hand, if you only talk about, oh, Allah is forgiving, Allah is merciful and all these things, paradise, all these things, perhaps they become too relaxed and then they won't work hard. So you need to have a balance between the two. So if you see somebody who is so enjoying, so happy, doesn't really care and all these things, perhaps we can use more of the stick. Right? If you see our kids don't study for exam, only that's want to play game, only want to enjoy, then you use the stick. Similarly, on the other hand, if you have somebody who is depressed, somebody that is not motivated, somebody who do not know what to work for, then you need to use the other approach, the carrot. You have to tell him, oh, this is what's waiting for you. Allah is most forgiving. There will never lose hope in Allah. So, targhib wa tarhib. Both of these are important when we want to teach people, when we want to educate people. So, it's a balance. Taqwa is between hope and fear. So, both are important. So last session, we talk about this azab of Allah and all these things. So hopefully that sort of put the fear in our heart, so that we'll stay away from doing the bad things. On the other hand, this session we'll go into the rewards of paradise, the reward that awaits the good people, so that we'll be motivated to do the good things, inshallah. Okay. So before we start, quickly recite the verses and the translation. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kalla inna kitabal abrar lafi 'illiyyin. Wa ma adraka ma 'illiyun. Kitabun marqum. Yashhaduhu al-muqarrabun. إن الأبرار لفي نعيم على الأرائك ينظرون تعرف في وجوههم نظرة النعيم يسقون من رحيق مختوم ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون ومزاجه من تسنيم عينا يشرب بها المقربون. So the quick translation, inshallah. No, indeed, the records of the righteous is in Al-Mutaffifin. And what can make you know what is Illiyin? It is their destination recorded in a kitab, a register that is written, which is witnessed by those who are brought near to Allah. Indeed, the righteous will be in pleasure on adorned couches observing. You will recognize in their face the radiance of pleasure. They will be given pure wine which was sealed. The last of it is musk. So for this, let the competitors compete. And its mixture is of tasneem, a spring from which those near to Allah drink. Okay, yep. So that's basically what we're going to cover today. Okay. So we start with verse number 18. So this is a mirror image of what we talked earlier. Okay. Earlier Allah said, the book of the people who disbelieve, Kalla inna kitab al-fujjari lafi sijjin. The book of the wicked is in sijjin. So now Allah is talking about the book of the people who do good. Okay. Kalla inna kitab al-abrari lafi illiyin. No, indeed, the records of the people who do good, righteous people, will be in illiyin. So as we talked earlier, right, when you come to the word kalla, it is a rebuke. It's like a strong no. Okay, it is to negate. It is to negate whatever that come before. It is to stop you, to tell you that whatever that you do, whatever that comes before these verses, stop doing it. Stop doing it. This is wrong. Okay, so for these people, earlier on, he was talking about the people who disbelieve, the people who say that this Quran is just stories of legends of the former people and all these things. So Allah is saying, no, stop, don't do this. Okay. So the word kalla is there's two understandings you can take from it. One is emphasis, indeed. The other one is a strong rebuke. It's a kalimah that is to tell you to stop. Whatever you're doing, stop, pay attention. This is wrong, this is not right, you should not do it, you should not you should not continue to do this, you should stop, you should change your way. Okay, so that's one of the understanding when it comes to the word kalla. So after this, Allah says that indeed the kitab of the righteous is in al-illiyin. So what is al-illiyin? What is al-illiyin? So Allah explained this. Allah says in verse number 19, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ. What can make you know what is al-illiyin? So if for those who are interested in the grammar, you might be wondering, why is this illiyin and why is this illiyun? Okay, so just for information, depending on the state of the verb of the words, sometimes you have different. Sometimes the word can be subject, sometimes the word can be object, sometimes the word can come after a proposition, and there's other cases as well. So depending on these cases, that's why you see the same word. Sometimes it's illiyin, sometimes it's illiyun, sometimes mu'minin, sometimes mu'minun. So it depends on that. So if it's a subject, it is an object, or if it comes after a proposition, or there are a few cases. I'm just in some sample cases. This may change the recitation. So just something to be aware of. So as we talked earlier, in the Quran, you may see this phrasing, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَةُ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحَاقَّةُ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةُ. Okay, what can make you know? On the other hand, sometimes you see the phrasing وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ. Yudrika, adraka. Adraka is past tense, yudrika is present tense. So when you see the phrasing wama adraka, then Allah will give some sort of explanation after it. When you see the verse wama yudrika, normally it is for something that Allah will tell you you can never know this. So that is just something that you want to understand, you want to note. Even the phrasing, the usage, present tense, past tense in the Quran, it has specific case use. And in this case, Allah explained, Al-Iliyun Kitabun Marqum. Okay, so here, according to the scholar, Al-Iliyun indicates a high place. Okay, it indicates a high place. In comparison, earlier we talked As-Sijil. As-Sijil is talking about something that is in the lowest. It says that the earth, you have seven layers. Sijil is talking about the lowest 7 layers, right? Whereas the word Sijil also means something that is constrained, something that is like a prison. Here, Al-Aliyin is talking about the high place, very high place. It will come from the word Ulu, something that is above, something that is top, right? So there is a difference in opinion. Some opinions say that Al-Iliyun is talking about the 7th heaven below Arash, or some say that this is beyond the 7th heaven to the right of Arash. In Al-Qurtubi it says that this is a height that is without limit. So this is Al-Iliyun. So in here Allah is saying that the book itself, the book of the people, we talk about what is the meaning of Al-Abrar, right? But the book itself, the book of these people is in the highest place. It's in a very high place. So if even the book is in the highest place, so what does that mean to the people who are good? So even the book itself is put into such a high degree. Can you imagine how Allah will treat these people? Right? So Allah says further, يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. This book is witnessed by those who are brought near. Okay, you have, see, when you talk about muqarrabun, this you have yuqarribu, you have qarraba, and you mean you have muqarrib. You have muqarrib and you have muqarrab. Okay, you have muqarrib and you have muqarrab. Muqarrib, if he came near, somebody who came near. Muqarrab is somebody that is being made to come near, made to come near to you. So one is he approached by his own self, the other one is he is brought near. So Al-Muqarrabun is somebody that Allah brought near to him. Okay? And to be near to Allah, of course, is not just by your own effort. Okay? Of course, we need to work hard. But those who are chosen, and we make dua that we belong among these people who are given guidance, Allah will raise, and Allah is the one who bring them near to Him. So this is Al-Muqarrabun, but in this case, Al-Muqarrabun is referring to the angels. Okay, it's referring to the angels who are nearest to Allah. Some say that Al-Muqarrabun here refer to the angels who bear witness to the book. So say that Muqarrabun refer to the most pious among the pious. In any case, this is talking about the record. And as we know, everything that we do is recorded. Everything that we do, good or bad, nothing is missed out. Everything is recorded. And we talk about this kitab in Surah Al-Kahfi earlier. Allah says this is a book that have everything, nothing is missing from it. Okay? So the book of the righteous, the book of Al-Abrar, is put in the highest of place. So even the book itself is deserving of this status. But what about Al-Abrar? So these are people that of course will receive all kind of treatment, all kind of rewards. So the question is, what is al-abrar? Okay. What is al-abrar? How do we become al-abrar? What is the criteria of al-abrar? What is the definition of al-abrar? What is the criteria of al-abrar? So that we can also become among these people, so that we can get the rewards that is promised to these people. So sometimes, we want to go to work, we want to work with a company, we want to know what is the qualification that is needed to work there. We want to enter a club, we need to know what is the qualification to get into this club. Right? Knowing the criteria is part of the first step so that you can work toward fulfilling the criteria. If we don't even know what is it that we are shooting for, then we are just operating in the dark. So al-abrar, linguistically it comes from the word bar. Okay, bar means everything that is good. Is a word that captures everything that is good. Anything good is captured in the meanings of the word bar. So the word abrar is somebody that likes to be good, somebody that do a lot of good, and somebody that likes to be good. But what does that mean? What is our definition of good? Today, there are a lot of people saying that, morality is subjective, this is good, this is bad. How do we know what is good and what is bad? Do we follow, which scale do we follow? Do we follow the scale of man? This person says this artist or that person says this is good, so we follow? Or do we follow the scale of God? How do we judge what is good and what is bad? That is very, very important. So let's look into the word of abrar in the Quran, so that we will have a better understanding of this concept. This concept of abrar. Hopefully, with this understanding, we will be able to work hard to be part of this people. So if we go to Surah Al-Baqarah, number 2, verse number 177, this is a very, very famous verse. It talks about righteousness, it talks about goodness. ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهده إذا عهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون. Okay, so let's take a look and let's count. Okay, let's count together this characteristic of goodness. Okay, what is goodness? Remember, we want to align our compass to what is taught in the Quran, what is taught by Allah and the Prophet, not just based on other philosophy or this artist or this thinker or that. So what is good? So Allah says, let's birra, righteousness, goodness, is not that you turn your face to the east or to the west. Because this is of course signifying the various acts of worship that people are doing. So sometimes you have people who the Quraysh, the worship of Quraysh, they say, oh, this is goodness. But goodness is defined by Allah, the source of all goodness. So Allah says the first criteria is belief. آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين. So you have belief, you have iman, that's the first criteria. And then after that, وآتى المال على حبه. So he gives wealth despite his love for it. Despite his love for it. Zawil Qurban, who do we give this wealth, who do we give this charity? The relative, the orphan, the needy and miskin, the travelers, those who ask, free people who are burdened by debt and all these things. This is all kind of people that you can give and help, give wealth. So Allah says here, وَأَتَى الْمَالَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ. They give wealth despite their love for it. So this is our nature. Our nature is that we love wealth. We love our property. It can be a struggle to give charity. We have the concept, if I give 100, that's 100 loss. We give 1,000, that's 1,001. I cannot use that 1,000 for something else. So, the people who engage in goodness, they do goodness despite their feeling. They fight in their own self. In their heart, they struggle also. It is not like some people, oh, they can do it so easy. Rather, they also have the same internal struggle, but they overcome it. They give wealth despite their love for it. So they don't just give something that they don't like anymore. Okay, this clothes I no longer like, I no longer use, they give that. No, they give the thing that they like. They give wealth when they also still need it. So, أتى المال على حبه, despite their love for it. Give something even though we love it. That is one of the signs of goodness. And then what's the next one? وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةَ وَآتَى الزَّكَاةَ. To pray and to give zakat. Pray and give zakat. And we know this is two of the pillars of Islam. Very, very important. When you see in the Quran, pray and zakat always come together. You always see them come together. Pray and to give zakat. Pray signify one of the ibadah that is between you and Allah. Whereas zakat is an ibadah that signify what you do to help other people. And this is Islam. Islam takes care of both the relationship between you and God and the relationship between you and fellow man. So this is goodness. And then وَالْمُوفُونَ بِعَهْدِهِمْ إِذَا عَهِدُوا. And those who fulfill their promise, fulfill their covenant when they make it. What we say as a Muslim is very, very important. When we talk, we tell the truth. When we promise, our promise is binding upon us. Allah make promise, and Allah promise He will always fulfill. Likewise for the believers, when we make promise, we want to get closer to Allah, we will be among the people. When we make promise, we do our best, and we will fulfill our promise. Right? And then, what are the next criteria for those who are good? What is the criteria for righteousness? What's for those who are patient? And those who are patient, those who are given patience, is given something that is very, very good. And what do we need to be patient for or against? Fil ba'sa, suffering, wal-dharra, hardship, wa hina al-ba's, during the time of stress, the time of difficulties. It's easy for us to patient when you are not tested. But when you are tested, how do you behave when you are doing suffering, when you are doing hardship, when the time is rough? Do you start to complain? This is goodness. Okay? We are talking about al-abrar. The al-abrar are people who like goodness, who do goodness. We want to understand what are the criteria of these people so that we can be among these people. Okay? So in this verse, Allah gives 5 criteria for goodness. In other part of the Quran, which we will cover, also there's other criteria as well. So first, what was it? Belief. So you must have the belief in your heart. Otherwise, no matter what you do, it's all wasted, it's all gone. believe is the criteria, the prerequisite. وآتى المال, they give their wealth, على حبه, despite their love for it. And then they pray and they do zakat. وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة. And then they fulfill their promise. والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا. And then they are patient الصابرين. So these are some of the criteria for those who believe, for those who do good. Also, while we are at it, we can go to Surah Al-Insan. Surah Al-Insan is Surah number 76. And here also, Allah talk about Al-Adrar. Here Allah says, إِنَّ الْأَدْرَارَ يَشْرَبُونَ مِنْ كَأْسٍ كَانَ مِزَاجُهَا كَافُورًا. The people of Adrar, they will drink. They will drink from a mixture of food and a spring. This is a spring in heaven that Allah will make it to gush. But what is it? What is the people of Adrar? How do we become among the people of Adrar? What are their criteria? So let's take a look. So earlier we talked about what is goodness in Surah Al-Baqarah. Here let's take a look. What are the criteria? What are the description of these people who get this Al-Adrar? So in verse number 7 Allah says, يُوفُونَ بِالنَّذْرِ وَيَخَافُونَ يَوْمًا كَانَ شَرُّهُ مُسْتَطِيرًا. Again, يُوفُونَ بِالنَّذْرِ, they fulfill their vow. They fulfill their vow. وَيَخَافُونَ يَوْمًا كَانَ شَرُّهُ مُسْتَطِيرًا. And they fear the day. They fear the day where evil will be widespread. They fear the day of judgment. So they fulfill their promise. The word yufuna bin nazir, they fulfill their vows, can also be understood those who do extra. Those who do extra. When you talk about nadar is something that you do extra. You tell Allah that, oh, if I get this, I will fast for a day. If I get anyone, then I will give sadaqah to 60 people. Nazar is something that is extra. Right? So here, yufuna bin nazir, they fulfill their vows. They are also people who engage in doing extra things. When they pray, they just pray fardu, they pray extra. When they fast extra. They didn't just give zakat, they also give extra sadaqah on that, so they do extra. And they are afraid of the day of judgment. And fear is not just something that is in the heart. It's in the heart, and Allah looks into our heart, but it is also something that is exemplified in our action. And what will we do? So people who are afraid of fire, they will not touch the fire. They will not go and come near the fire. Some people are afraid of height. So they will stay far away from the edge of tall building. Some people are afraid of cat or dog. They see dog, they run away to the other side of the road. So people who are afraid of the problem of hellfire, people who are afraid of the day of judgment, how do they behave? Do they run away from the things that can bring them closer to the fire? That is their behavior. And may we be given the strength and guidance to be among these people, to have this spirit in our heart. We will also behave accordingly and run away from the things that can bring us closer to the fire. So then again, Allah also continue what is the characteristic of Al-Adrar. وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ. Again, عَلَى حُبِّهِ, despite their love for it. They give food, they give charity, despite their love for it. To the miskin, to the orphan, to the people who are in hardship, the captive, either by burden or prisoner of war. This can be understood as people who are constrained, who are having difficulties. So again, this word ala hubbi, despite their love for it. So this is telling us that sometimes we look at the stories of the companions, we think they are like are not like them. But understand, they are also like us. They also struggle, they also love well, they also have desire, they also have nafs, they also have these doubts or things, but they fight against it. They go over it. Right? You think Abu Bakar or Umar or those people who give a lot of charity, do you think that they are made that way? Or it's easy for them, it's difficult for you? Because something is different in their heart? Perhaps. But they also have something that they have to struggle against, and what do? They struggle against it in spite of their love for it. In spite of their laziness. In spite of their fear. Do you think when we read the story of the companions who go to war, right? Do you think they don't have a fear or feeling of faith in their heart that what to go and fight, they can get harmed, they can get killed? They have all the same feeling as we do, but they struggle against it, they fight against this, they fight against their own feeling, their own inadequacy. And this is what we need to be among these people. And then what do they say? Inna nut'imukum liwajhillah la nuridu minkum jazaan wala shukura. We give you food only for the approval of Allah. We do not desire anything more from you, and we don't need any thanks from you. So this is sincerity. They do this just for Allah. They don't do this to post it on Facebook, to highlight their follower. Oh, we go on the walk, we give food to this 100 people. Unfortunately, this world of social media, everybody wants to share, and we sometimes lose the spirit of goodness. We share things that we do and all these things. We give excuse, we share so that we inspire other people and all these things. But if you look at the attitude of the people of the past, they do these things and they say, I'm doing it just for Allah. Not because I want any reward from you or anything else. And the reason for this is because they are afraid. We are afraid. We only fear from our Lord the day is harsh as next. So Allah gives them reward. So what does the reward? So this is some of the characteristics of Al-Abrar. When you look at the description of Al-Abrar in the Quran, you see common themes. They have a strong belief in the day of judgment, they believe in Allah, they believe in the day of judgment, they have fear of the day of judgment and all these things, and they fulfill promise, and they do charity, they help other people, their kindness extend to others. Right? A good universe is like that. It's like a tree that has strong roots, and then the tree grow, and then there's a lot of fruits that other people can benefit from it. If the tree grows big so that they have a lot of shade, other people can go underneath the shade. So we want to be social like this. People who benefit others and help others. Okay. So this is Al-Abrar, and we want to be among these people. So the book of Al-Abrar will be in Al-Mutaffifin and then there's a little book, and this is witnessed by the angels and all these things. We want to be among these people. So then Allah continue again to motivate us so that we can be among these people. Allah says, Innal Abrar lafi na'im. Innal Abrar lafi na'im. These righteous people, these people who love to do lafi na'im, they will be in this. They will be in this. They will be in measure. And the word na'im, we are familiar with this word ni'mat. Ni'mat is blessing. But this will be something different from the bliss that we experience in this world. This world we enjoy food, we enjoy a lot of things, but the enjoyment is temporary. That's one thing. The enjoyment comes with some other price. If we eat too much, then we have stomach ache. If we go and vacation too much, then we will struggle with other things. So whatever enjoyment that we have in this world is temporary. It comes with some sort of caveat. Like I said, you eat too much, you get sick, and you want to. It has some limit. Some food, for example, you cannot get it all the time. You can only get it during the season. Whereas the fruits in paradise, you can get it every time. You are not wrong. Some of the things that we enjoy in this world, some people get it, some people cannot get it. Sometimes, some of the things that we have can be taken away, the enjoyment of health or youth when we get old. But the enjoyment of the day of judgment, I mean in paradise for these people, it never stops. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. There is no, you drink and you can eat without worrying about getting fat. You remain young again, you don't have to worry about getting old. So all this is bliss, right? So understand that when we talk about bliss in paradise, it's a totally different nature in the bliss in this world. So regarding bliss, right? There is a story, okay? There is a story where one day, Rasulullah SAW and Abu Bakr and Umar, it was a hot day, and they went out, and they somehow met one another in the street, and they were hungry. Okay? They were hungry, and as they were walking around, and then they were hungry. Suddenly there was companions and Ansar by the name of Razak. He called to Rasulullah SAW and Abu Bakr and Umar. Then he called them to his house. Come, I have some food. So then he has this food and all these things, and he started eating them and started to give Rasulullah SAW and Abu Bakr and Umar to eat. And then after that, he brings some hamar. So he gives Umar and Abu Bakr and all this. Oh, there's choices. Oh, there's hamar that is already right. There's also one that is still not yet right, like still hard but delicious as well. So and after that, he gives more. He gives drink of water, cold water, and all those things. So this story actually is mentioned as a commentary to Surah Al-Mutaffifin. So what happened after all this, right? So of course Umar and Abu Bakr were very happy. They are able to eat meat, they are able to eat fruits, tamar, dates. They get to drink cold water. So after all this, Rasulullah said, this is blessing. ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. Then that day, you should be asked about the pleasure. So even in enjoying the food, right? Even in eating all the meat, even in enjoying the tamar, drinking water, Rasulullah took an opportunity to teach the companions, to remind them that all these blessings that we have in this world, we will be questioned on the day of judgment. So So sometimes our problem, we enjoy so much in this world, we totally forget about the one who gives us the enjoyment. Okay? We enjoy the gift, we forget the giver. That's our problem. Okay? We enjoy the gift, we forget the giver. We are too busy with the gift until we forget about who gives it. Who gives the blessing. So that's our problem. Here, Rasulullah as he is enjoying the food and all these things, Abu Bakar and Umar, at the end he says, this is ni'mat. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. And then you will be asked that day about the pleasure. So whatever blessing that we get, whatever things that we enjoy in this world, food, drinks, all other enjoyment we have in this world will be questioned. On the other hand, whatever that is enjoyed for these people in the Lord, these are enjoyment that they will receive. They don't have to worry about any question or any of these things. And we want to hopefully be more sure that we receive these things. على الأرائك ينظرون وقد على الأرائك ينظرون. They will be sitting on the throne, observing, watching. Okay. So again, this is another blessing that Allah gives to the people of Allah. They will be sitting on the throne, they will be reclining on the throne, relax, enjoying themselves. Araik is a plural for thrones, kind of like not exactly a bed or chair. It's kind of like I guess the word that is used here is like couches, so whether you sitting, enjoying and all these things, right? And what will be doing? Allah says, يَنْظُرُونَ. They will be watching. What is it that they will be watching on this day? So they will be watching, they will be watching their kingdom, they will be watching all the blessings that Allah gives them, they will be watching each other. To watch itself is part of the blessing. Can you imagine you experience it? To watch, to look at, every day is beautiful, it's a blessing. On that day, they will serve. They just see, they will serve whatever they want. Allah says in Surah Al-Rahman about the server wildan كأنهم والمرجان. They are like pearls, the server. So even the server, even the people who are serving them drinks will be beautiful to look at. So they look at all these things in enjoyment, right? So they will be watching all this pleasure, and one of the best pleasure, one of the things that they will be observing, they will be watching is of course to be able to look at Allah Himself. Right? If you go to Surah Al-Qiyamah, Surah number 75, Allah says in Surah Al-Qiyamah, وجوه يومئذ ناظرة. The same word that you see in Surah Al-Mutaffifin. In Surah Al-Qiyamah, Allah says some faces of the day of judgment will be radiant, ناظرة. إلى ربها ناظرة. Towards their Lord, their King. So this is one of the blessings as well. In this world, there's a lot of things that is covered from our eyes. You cannot see the angels, you cannot see the jinns, you cannot see paradise and hell. That is Allah. The people who disbelieve, they say, oh, what's the truth? Can't see God. We believe in God when we see Him. Ideally, it is for those people who believe in the thing that they cannot see, that we will be able to see Allah in the day of judgment. Whereas the people who want so much, asking for evidence, asking for proof. I want to see God now. I want to see. Then I believe on the day of judgment they'll be covered. Sebab yang apabila dia organisasi dalam jumlah on that day, they are the ones who be covered. They will not be able to see Allah. So it is the crime fit the punishment. The punishment fit the crime, right? So the crime they ask to see Allah, they want to believe that they see Allah. The punishment they cannot see Allah. Whereas the reward for those who believe, despite not being able to see Allah, they will be able to see Allah. So it's kind of the rewards fit the deeds, the punishment fits the crime. Right? So for these people, Allah says that Al-Ara'iki yanzurun, they will be observing. So this is the time for them to enjoy watching. You know, in this world we also enjoy watching things, right? We enjoy watching television, we enjoy watching the internet, watching videos. What else do we enjoy watching? We enjoy watching things that we are not supposed to watch. We enjoy watching other people. But all these things that we enjoy to watch in this world come with a caveat. If you watch TV too much, you waste time. You want to enjoy watching beautiful things, you go travel, watch the mountain and all these things, but you still need to go back and work. But on the day of judgment, and in paradise, these people, they can enjoy as they want, they can watch as they want, whatever that they want to watch. They have no longer have to worry. I have to stop watching, or I need to go back and work. How many of us, right? So what's the lesson here? In this world, we are supposed to watch less and work more. Right? Watch less and work more. In the day of in paradise, we can watch all these lessons, whatever they want to watch. You know, the things that no eyes have ever seen, that things that no ears have ever heard, no mind have ever imagined. We can watch to our desires as much as we want. In this world, we are limited. There are things we cannot watch. Even if we want to watch it, we have limitation on time. We have to get back to work, we have to do other things. If we just watch and not do anything, we are wasting time. Right? So work hard in this world. Watch less the things that waste our time. This is a reminder first and foremost to myself. I think we are all to a certain extent. Today, nowadays, we have too many things that distract our eyes, distract our mind. We watch all these movies, these stories, this book and all these things. Inshallah, the day of judgment, we will be able to watch. And Allah does not specify anything here. Allah says, Al-Ara'iki yanzurun, they will watch it, they will observe it. And Allah leave it open. It means that it can be, anything unimaginable. Right? Hopefully we will get this blessing, we will be able to take our time, relax, and so on. Be more peaceful. تعرف في وجوههم نظرة النعيم. You will see, you will recognize, تعرف, you will see, you will recognize their face. في وجوههم نظرة النعيم, radiance, bliss. So you see this. So not only you have this blessing, you can see reflected their face. And of course, this, when you see something reflected in the face, it also reflects what is in your heart. So for people, you know how people say, oh, these people are so happy, so enjoy that they can see it through their face. So when Allah can see their face, their body, their attire, their identity of being, they enjoy. You can see their face. This is enjoyment. heart, the content is in the heart, such that it is reflected all the way to the face. يسقون من رحيق مختوم. They are given drink. So from pure wine, rahiq is a pure wine. Maktoum, there is sealed. So these are something that is waiting. Meaning that it has been sealed. The word maktoum, khatam, sealed. Right? Something that has not been opened, something that has not been touched. It's there, already prepared. As we sit, it's just waiting for the people who receive it. And the difference is that the wine that, or the alcohol that we have in this world, it gives people pleasure, but it comes with regret. As they say, drink, you get pleasure, then the aftertaste is regret. But the wine of paradise is without any drowsiness, without any drunkenness. And here Allah says, Yusqawna, they will even drink. And this is something that is, this word is something that is, they don't even have to go and make it themselves. Sometimes we want to drink something, we have to go and we have to buy it, or maybe we have to make it ourselves. But here is Qawna, they will even drink. In Rahiq Maktoum. If you go to Surah Al-Insan, Allah says, عليهم ثياب سندس واستبرق. The inhabitants of paradise, they wear garments of silk and brocade, adornment. وحلوا أساور من فضة, they adorn with bracelet of silver. وسقاهم ربهم, they will give drink by the Lord. So this is not drink that this is, imagine let's say for example, I'm just giving an example so that you appreciate. Of course, you cannot make an analogy that simple analogy, but imagine that the king come to your house, and then the king pour drinks, and then the king serve you drink, the king gives you drink. Imagine that. What sort of honor is that? Think about that. If the Prime Minister come to your house, and then the Prime Minister pour the drink and serve you drink and give you drink. So here, this is drink that is given to them. Allah give it to them. So this is a great reward. And here, this is how they give drinks. They don't have to go and find it. They don't have to go and make it themselves, all these things. So this drink, this description, look at the description of this Rahiq Maktoum. First it is pure wine, then it is sealed, then it is untouched, just safe for them. Then once they open it for them to drink, once they drink, Hitamuhu misk. The ending of the drink is misk. Misk is a musk. It is something that is very, very nice smelling. When we drink something, sometimes we have aftertaste. Right? We drink coffee, we have this bitter aftertaste. If you drink alcohol, right? Of course, we haven't drank alcohol, but from what we hear, alcohol has a burning aftertaste. It's like you drink something that burns. Right? So it has some aftertaste that is not that nice. Even if you drink, even if you drink like nice drink like Aibado or bubble tea and all these things, you have this aftertaste of sugar in your throat, and you want to flush it out with clean water. But here Allah says for this drink, the aftertaste will be like a mask, something that smell nice, will be very good. Can you imagine? It's something that is unimaginable. What sort of drink that we have that have this sort of aftertaste, the ending of it, right? The last one when we drink, it's something that before you drink it, it's sip. When you drink it, it's pleasure. At the end of drinking it, it's like a mask. Something that is great, something that you can imagine. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. So, and for this, let the word فليتنافس, when you have fal, it's almost like an order. فليذهب, you can say izhab, go, or you can say فليذهب, also means to say go, right? But it's more polite, I guess, when you use the word fal. So فليتنافس المتنافسون. Here you see the translation, let those who aspire, let those who want, let those who compete. And the word yatanafas, from the root word has something to do with nafisa, something that is precious, something that is valuable. So you are not just racing, you are racing for something that is valuable. So Allah is telling us, look at all these rewards that I am promising you. Look at all these rewards, all this pleasure, this wine, all this thing. So, those who aspire, those who want success, let go get it. Let those who want to compete, let those who want to aspire, go and get it. فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. So this is actually a call for us to be among these people. Be among the people, be among al-mutanafisun. Be among these people who want to raise, who want to get these good things. You know, when we were students, there's everybody, oh, I want to get one, I want to get all sorts of degrees. Or do you want to be a model? I just get my A's, I get this. You don't want to be like that. When it comes to the world, when it comes to this life, you have people who race and race, who want to be, so I want to be millionaire, I want to be billionaire. The people who sometimes I want to be the top of the top when it comes to work. For those people who do insurance or unit trust, they have like, gold here, Asia, liability of like $1 million or something like that. I'm not sure, but you know, they have their reward. So everybody is fighting, struggling, racing. Okay, I want to reach platinum, I want to reach gold, I want to reach certain points, so I get the reward. And they motivate one another. Let's work hard, let's get the sales so that we can reach platinum or whatever this year. By the end of this year, we have to be like this. Here is this motivation that Allah is showing to us. فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Let those who aspire, let those who want to compete, go for this, go for it. This is an invitation, a reminder, an invitation. If you go to Surah Al-Nur, right? Surah Al-Nur, Surah number 23, verse number 61. This is Allah is talking about the people who believe, right? وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ, right? وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ وقلوبهم وجلة أنهم إلى ربهم راجعون. They believe, and what they believe, while their heart is fearful because they will be related to their Lord. So they do good deeds, but even though they are doing good deeds, they still have this fear in their heart. What if my deeds is not accepted? What if my deeds is defective? What if I still have a lot of issues? So they are still fearful. Sometimes, sometimes we do good deeds out. Yeah, good. I already went to Hajj. I'm guaranteed to go to paradise. But the people, the companions, the people who really are close to Allah, they are never sure of their deeds. They do good deeds and they still fail. They still fail. What if my deeds are accepted? What if my deeds there's some insincerity, some reality? What if so on and so forth? So because of this, they continue to struggle and do good deeds. Then Allah says in verse 61, أولئك يسارعون بالخيرات وهم لها سابقون. This is the people. This is the people who سارعون. They race, they rush. The word سارع is to be quick. They rush to do good deeds. And because of this, that's why they are among as-sabiqun. As-sabiqun, if you remember Surah Al-Mutaffifin, you have three groups: Ashabul Yamin, Ashabul Shimal, As-sabiqun. The one who is at the forefront. These are the people. They do good deeds, even when they do good deeds, they still have faith in their heart. It's not enough. It's not sufficient. It's effective. And then when it comes to good deeds, they rush and they race and they do all these things. And Allah says, يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ. They rush in goodness. Allah says, يُسَارِعُونَ إِلَى خَيْرَاتِ. They rush to goodness. Means that they are already in goodness. And they still continue to race for it, to do more. Right? So where are we? يُسَارِعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرَاتِ. Maybe we are not in goodness, we are just going into goodness. Or are we already in goodness? Look at these people, they are in goodness. يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ. They are in goodness and they are still going and racing and trying to get more. So, let us be more discouraged of Allah. Right? Let us motivate one another. And I hope when we read this description of the people as seen of paradise, as these people of Al-Adwar, in a bliss, على الأرائك ينظرون تعرف في وجوههم نظرة النعيم يسقون من رحيق مختوم. This is Allah giving all this description to motivate you. To motivate you, inshallah. So, what is the purpose at the end of the day? Why Allah is telling all these things? Remember earlier we said in this session? Targhib wa tarhib, the carrot and the stick. The carrot and the stick. So this is the carrot. Okay? The stick we talked earlier. Or hellfire, or this thing, the one to be hit by the stick. This is the carrot. This is what we need to chase for. This is the motivation. This is the hope. Everyone can. No matter what type of struggle that we have in this life, once we get this, everything is like you forget about all the pain, all the struggle that we have in this life. InsyaAllah. Now Allah says, وَمِزَاجُهُ مِنْ تَسْنِيمٍ. This drink that is given to them, the mixture is tasneem. So what is tasneem? So you have something mixed in it. The mix is tasneem. So most of the commentators agree that tasneem is the purest and the noblest drink in heaven. So this is according to Tabarani. Okay. Some according to Al-Razi, tasneem is understood by some scholars say that this is a proper name without any specific meaning. But there are some people, some scholars that have the opinion that the word tasneem comes from the root word sallama, that is to raise. So it is something that raise and make somebody noble, by drinking. So according to Ibn Abbas, tasnim is mentioned is something that is related to, if you go to Surah As-Sajdah, ayat number 17. فَلَا تَعْلَمُ نَفْسٌ مَا أُخْفِيَ لَهُم مِنْ قُرَّةِ أَعْيُنٍ جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And no soul know what has been hidden for them of comfort for eyes, satisfaction and what they used to do. So Ibn Abbas said that, this verse where Allah says that the reward that is given for a lot of things that these people do in this world life, none of them will know. Ibn Abbas' opinion, this is related to tasnim, the drink. Right? So tasnim, as I said, this is a drink that will be given to the people of paradise. Now, here's something that is interesting. Okay? Allah says that Aina yashrabu biha al-muqarrabun. What is tasnim? Tasnim is a spoon that al-muqarrabun will drink from it. So you have two levels here. Now see another way Allah is motivating us. You have two levels. You have al-muqarrabun and you have al-abrar. Abrar, the people who do and all these things, they will drink this pure wine, and this pure wine there will be a mix of tasnim. Some tasnim will be water from tasnim will be mixed into this pure wine. But al-muqarrabun will drink directly from this. Aina yashrabu biha al-muqarrabun. Al-muqarrabun will drink direct from tasnim. They will drink tasnim direct, not mixed, not when we talk about mixing, maybe it's 50% mix or 20% mix, Allahu Akbar, 30% mix. Still good. But imagine this, Allah is telling us, al-muqarrabun, those who are brought near to Allah by His mercy, by His generosity, will drink directly from Him. So even among the people of paradise, we have ranks. We have those who are the water of paradise, and even the lowest of paradise will be satisfied with it. But then we have al-muqarrabun. And whenever we talk about al-muqarrabun, earlier, right? We say that you have muqarrib and you have muqarrab. Muqarrib come near. Muqarrab, he is brought near. So al-muqarrabun is brought near to Allah by Allah. So this is Prophet, this is Al-Awliya, this is the Jesus people. And anyone who wants to, inshallah, of course, we have far away from this, but Allah, we want to enter paradise, so we don't rely on our deeds, so we rely on the mercy of Allah. If it's just based on our deeds, it's not enough, it's not much. Our deeds, whatever they do, is not enough to pay for the price of paradise. Look at all these things that Allah mentioned. You think this is enough, what do we do? You think it pays the price of paradise? It's the prerequisite. It's the prerequisite. You want to enter paradise, you have to do this. But what you get versus what you do is not comparable. So it is all by the generosity and by the grace of Allah. All these things that Allah describes. So for today, we will end with this verse, right? But before we end, let's recap quickly what we covered. Surah Al-Mutaffifin. So this is surah talk about some things that await us in the day of judgment. In paradise, whether for those who believe or people who disbelieve, right? You have the good rewards and you have the punishment that awaits. So the question is, which one do you want to choose? Which one do you want to do? Do you want to listen? Do you want to do good? Or do you want to choose to make it fun of the world? Do you want to choose to cheat other people? What is your choice? Do you want to waste what is? Do you want to go get the best that you can get? So when you read the Quran, you always see this, the comparison between the people of the fire and the comparison between the people of Jalan. Which one do you want to go for? Which one do you want to be for? Do you want to go for the stick or do you want to go for the cap? It's our choice. And we make dua, insyaAllah, that we will be given hidayah, we will be given tawfiq, be among the good people, be among the people who be ameen, be among the abrar, and insyaAllah, be among the abrar. So, with that, we end this session. InsyaAllah, we will continue again until the finish of the surah, our next session. And we do Allah, the best